For the second time, a jury has found Monsanto's Roundup weed killer played a role in causing cancer. Yesterday's unanimous decision determined Roundup caused or was a substantial factor in causing 70-year-old Edwin Hardeman's non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Anna Werner is here with how this verdict could affect thousands of other lawsuits claiming the herbicide causes cancer. Anna, good morning.
Good morning. This is just the first phase in Hardeman's case against Monsanto and its new parent company, Bayer, which contends Roundup's active ingredient glyphosate is safe. Attorneys will now go back to the jury to decide whether or not the company is liable and has to pay monetary damages. Edwin Hardeman's attorneys say he started using Roundup products back in the 1980s to treat poison oak and weeds on his property in Northern California. He continued to do so until 2012. 3 years later, he was diagnosed with cancer.
Roundup extended control.
Roundup's manufacturer says its product is not to blame. In a statement, Monsanto's parent company Bayer says, "We have great sympathy for Mr. Hardeman and his family, but an extensive body of science supports the conclusion that Roundup was not the cause of his cancer." The jury disagreed, unanimously deciding that Roundup was responsible. This is the second time a jury has ruled against the product's manufacturer. In August of last year, Dwayne Lee Johnson was awarded $289 million in damages after the court determined Roundup was also a substantial factor in causing his non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. A judge later lowered that award to $78 million, and Monsanto has appealed. I spoke with Johnson last year. What did that verdict mean to you?
The verdict really meant to me that this thing was not done in vain. And I remember standing there saying to myself, if I lose this case, this company is going to be able to get away, and then they'll be able to say, see, I told you our stuff didn't do that.
Attorneys for Edwin Hardeman say their client is pleased with the verdict. In a phone interview, co-counsel Jennifer Moore says in the trial's second phase, they'll seek to prove Monsanto knowingly misled the public.
They knew for decades that Roundup can cause cancer, and frankly, they just didn't care.
This is a big loss for Bayer and Monsanto. It proves that juries are being convinced that Roundup is causing cancer.
And there's a lot at stake here. Bayer is facing more than 11,000 lawsuits connected to Roundup. Now, it contends the jury's decision Tuesday has no impact on future cases and trials. They say each one is different legally and factually, and says more than 800 studies from around the world confirm the product is safe when used as directed. But there's not total agreement on that. The state of California disagrees. Another world agency at arm of the WHO disagrees.
It seems like the jury didn't come to this decision lightly either. Anna, thank you.